forth as if it had issued out of the womb? When I made the cloud the garment thereof, and thick darkness a swaddling band for it, and break up for it my decreed place, and set bars and doors, and said, hitherto shalt thou come, but no further, and here shall thy proud ways be stayed. Hast thou commanded the morning since thy days, and caused the day spring to know his place, that it might take hold of the ends of the earth, that the wicked might be shaken out of it? It is turned as clay to the seal, and they stand as a garment. And from the wicked their life is withholden, and the high arms shall be broken. Hast thou entered into the springs of the sea, or hast thou walked in the search of the depth? Have the gates of death been opened unto thee? Or hast thou seen the doors of that shadow of death? Hast thou perceived the breath of the earth? Declare that thou knowest it all. You gotta see this. Where is the way where light dwelleth? He said, where is the way where light dwelleth? And as for darkness, where is the place thereof? Where is light at? And where is darkness? Because you know it's light, darkness gotta be somewhere, right? When it's dark, light gotta be somewhere, right? He said, where they at? Wow. That's the Most High. He said, that thou shouldest take it to the bound thereof, and that thou shouldest know the path to the house thereof. Knowest thou it? Because thou was then born, or because the number of thy days is great? Hast thou entered into the treasures of the snow? Or hast thou seen the treasures of the hell, which I have reserved against the time of trouble, against the day of battle and war? Then you know that snow and that hell, he's going to use them as an instrument of war. By what way is the light parted, which scattereth the east wind upon the earth? Who have divided a water, of course, for the overflowing of waters, or a way for the lightning of thunder, to cause it to rain on the earth where no man is, on the wilderness wherein there is no man, to satisfy the desolate and waste ground, and to cause the bud of a tender herb to spring forth? Hath the rain a father? Or who have begotten the drops of dew? Out of whose womb came the ice, and the hoary frost of heaven? Who have gendered it? The waters are hid as with a stone, and the face of the deep is frozen. Is thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades, or loose the bands of Orion? Canst thou bring forth Mazzaroth in its season? Or canst thou guide Arcturus with his sons? Knowest thou the ordinances of heaven? Canst thou set the dominion thereof in the earth? Canst thou lift up thy voice to the clouds, that abundance of waters may cover thee? Canst thou send lightnings? Can they make that they may go and say unto thee, here we are? Who have put wisdom in the inward parts? Or who have given understanding to the heart? Who can number the clouds in wisdom? Or who can stay the bottles of heaven? When the dust groweth into hardness, and the clouds cleave fast together, wilt thou hunt the prey for the lion, or fill the appetite of the young lions? when they couch in their dens and abide in the covert, to lie in wait? Who provided for the raven his food, where his young ones cry unto the Most High? They wonder for lack of meat. That's something to ask someone, right? Most High bring it to them. Continuing to speak to Job in chapter 39. Knowest thou the time when the wild goats of the rock spring forth? Or canst thou mark when the hens do cloud? Canst thou number the months that they fulfill? Or knowest thou the time when they bring forth? They bow themselves, they bring forth their young ones, they cast out their sorrows. The young ones are in good liking. They grow up with corn. They go forth. They return not unto them. Who have sent out the wild as free? Or who have loosed the bands of the wild ass? Whose house I have made the wilderness, and the barren land his dwellings. He scorneth the multitude of the city. Neither regardeth he the crying of the driver. The range of the mountains is his pleasure. The range of the mountains is his pasture. And he searches after every green thing. While the unicorn be willing to serve thee. Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee, or abide by thy crib? Is thou bind the unicorn with his band and the furrow, or will he roll the valleys after thee? Wilt thou trust him because his strength is great, or wilt thou leave thy labor to him? Wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thy seed, and gather it into thy barn? Gavest thou the goodly thick wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich? Which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. Ostrich, step on his own eggs, and forget the fact that they're there. That ostrich is something else, boy. He just step on his own eggs, or allow another beast to come get him. Forget that she didn't even have eggs. Verse 15 of Job 39. And forget it that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain, without fear, because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. Come on, the ostrich. What time she lifted up herself on high, she scorneth the horse and his rider. Hast thou given the horse strength? Hast thou clothed his neck with thunder? Canst thou make him afraid as a grasshopper? The glory of his nostrils is terrible. He paweth in the valley and rejoiceth in his strength. He goeth on to meet the armed men. He mocketh at fear, and is not affrighted, neither turneth he back from the sword. The quiver rattleth against him, the glittering spear and the shield. He swalloweth the ground with fierceness and rage, neither believeth he that it is the sound of the trumpet. He said among the trumpets, Ha ha, and he smelleth the battle far off, thunder of the captains, and the shouting. Does the hawk fly by thy wisdom, and stretch her wings toward the south? Does the eagle mount up at thy command? Talking to Job. And make her nest on high? She dwelleth and bideth on the rock, upon the crave of the rock, in the strong place, from whence she seeketh the prey, and her eyes behold afar off, even to see afar off. Her young ones also suck her blood, and where the slain are, there is she. Job 41. Moreover, the Most High answered Job and said, Shall he that contendeth with the Almighty instruct him? He that reproveth the Most High, let him answer it. And Job answered the Most High and said, Behold, I am vowed. What shall I answer thee? I will lay mine hand upon my mouth. So I'm going to lay my hand on my mouth. Say, I'm vowed. How can I answer you? Just put my hand over my mouth and say nothing. Once have I spoken, but I will not answer. Yeah, twice, but I will proceed no further. Saying I was off, man. I was totally out of the spirit. Then answered the Most High unto Job out of the whirlwind and said, Gird up thy loins now like a man. I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. Thou also disannul my judgment, wilt thou condemn me, that thou mayest be righteous? If thou an arm like the Most High, canst thou thunder with a voice like him? Deck thyself now with majesty and excellency, and array thyself with glory and beauty. And he's saying this to him when he's Job's in a bad way. Boils from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet, lost everything. But he's still going to exalt himself like for what he did do. Cast abroad the rays of thy wrath, and behold every one that is proud and abase him. Bring down everybody that's proud. Bring down. Look on every one that is proud, and bring him low, bring him down, and tread down the wicked in their place. Hide them in the dust together, and bind their faces in secret. Then will I also confess unto thee, thine own right hand can save thee. This for all them holding them down, so righteous because you think you all of that. Behold now, Behemoth, which I made with thee, he eateth grass as an ox. Lo, now, his strength is in his loins, in his stomach, and his force is in the navel of his belly. He moveth his tail like a cedar, the sinews of his stones are wrapped together. His bones are as strong pieces of brass. His bones are like bars of iron. He is the chief of the ways of the Most High. He that made him can make his sword to approach unto him. Surely the mountains bring him forth food, for all the beasts of the field play. He lieth under the shady trees, in the covert of the reed, fens. Shady trees cover him with their shadow. Willows of a brook pass him about. Behold, he drinketh up a river, and hasteth not. He trusteth that he can draw up Jordan into his mouth. He taketh it with his eyes. His nose pierces through snares, traps, and so forth. Can't catch it. Job 41. Canst thou draw out Leviathan with a hook? You get Leviathan with a hook? You got one that's in the mountain, you got one that's in the sea. Can you draw out Leviathan with a hook? Or his tongue with a cord, which thou lettest down? Like you fish in the waters? Can you catch Leviathan without putting a hook into his nose? Or bore his jaw through with a thorn? Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? Will he make a covenant with thee? Without taking him for a servant forever? Without play with him as with a bird? Or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants? Did thou fill his skin with barbed wires, barbed irons, or barbed wires? Or his head with fish spears? Lay thy hand upon him. Remember the battle. Do no more, you better not touch him. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him? Just looking at him. Faint, die. So even at the sight of him, none is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me? You say you ain't able to stand up before Leviathan. How you gonna stand before me? I made him. Who hath prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion. Who can discover the face of his God? Or who can come to him with his double bridle? The bridle him up, to tame him, like they do a horse. Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible roundabout, full of powerful teeth. The scales are his pride, shut up together as with a closed seal. The scales so thick nothing can penetrate. One is so near to another that no air can come between them. No air can come between them. They're so close together, his scales. They are joined one to another. They stick together that they cannot be sundered. By his strength a light does shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. Fire-breathing dragon, as Esau will show you. The Leviathan is beyond anything that he can make in his movies. You would say out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. Out of his mouth go a smoke, as out of a seething pot or cauldron. His breath kindled the coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. You see, fire comes out of his mouth. In his neck remaineth strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. The flakes of his flesh are joined together, they are firm in themselves, they cannot be moved. His heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a pierce of the nether millstone. When he raises up himself, the mighty are afraid. By reason of breakings, they purify themselves. The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold. The spear, the dart, nor Caprogeum, He esteemeth iron as straw. Listen at this. He esteemeth iron as straw. Of the missile, everything they make out of iron. He said he esteemeth iron as straw, and brass as rotten wood. The arrow cannot make him flee. The missiles that goes, you can't make him flee. Sling stones are turned with him into stubble. Darts are counted as stubble. He laugheth at the shaking of the spear. Sharp stones are under him. He spreadeth sharp pointed things upon the myrrh. He maketh the deep to boil like a pot. So he make the ocean boil like a pot that's on the stove. He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. He maketh a path to shine after him. One would think the deep to be horrible. Upon earth there is not his like, who was made without fear. He beholdeth all high things. He is a king over all the children of pride. He's going to get them. He's going to use Leviathan and Behemoth and many more things that he has created that he just had rescued. Bring forth his judgment. In the end times. Job 42. Then Job answered, the Most High said, I know that thou canst do everything, and that no thought can be withholden from thee. Who is he that hideth counsel without knowledge? Therefore have I uttered that I understand not. Things too wonderful for me, which I knew not. Hear, I beseech thee, and I will speak. I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. The demand is ask. He will ask of the Most High, declare unto him. You can't demand the most thing. You don't say, I'll demand none. That's ask of the Most High. After all the Most High just got on this case about concerning himself, Job will come back and come to demand something to the Most High. No, I don't think so. That's ask. Inquire of the Most High. Say, I have heard of thee by the hearing of the ear, but now mine eye seeth thee. I have heard of thee by the hearing of the ear, but now mine eye seeth thee. So you gotta see this. You can hear, but you gotta see it. Wherefore I abhor myself. Wherefore I hate myself. And repent in dust and ashes. I'm repenting in dust and ashes. What I've said and exalted myself, I hate myself, he's saying. And I repent in dust and ashes. I'm humbling myself before you, Most High, with a broken and contrite spirit. And you know, Lord, verse 7. And it was so, that after the Most High had spoken these words unto Job, the Most High said to Eliphaz, the Temanite, now he'll get on his friends, my wrath is kindled against thee, and against thy two friends. For ye have not spoken of me the thing that is right, as my servant Job hath. Therefore take unto you now 7 bullocks and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job, and offer up for yourselves a burnt offering, and my servant Job shall pray for you. For him will I accept, lest I deal with you after your folly, in that ye have not spoken of me the thing which is right, like my servant Job. So Eliphaz and the Temanite, and Bildad, the Shuhite, Zophar, Nehemiah went and did according as the Most High commanded them. The Most High also accepted Job. The Most High turned the captivity of Job when he prayed for his friends. Also, the Most High gave Job twice as much as he had before, you see. But Job had to humble himself. All the Most High, he sent Elihu, the Spirit of the Most High, talking to him. And the Most High came and dealt with him directly. Not, it's through, the Spirit. Nobody ever seen the Most High. John 1:18 declares that. The Most High gave Job twice as much as he had before. Being humble, him humbling himself. Remember what he said? Listen what he said. Verse 6. Job 42:6. Wherefore I abhor myself, and repent in dust and ashes. Verse 2, he said, I know that thou can do everything. I'm going to tell you he's worthy to be praised for everything. Or we give thanks to the Most High in the name of the Lord and Savior for everything. He can do everything. And that no thought can be withholden from thee. Even your thoughts, the Most High sees and hears. Verse 11. Then came there unto him all his brethren, and all his sisters, and all they that had been of his acquaintance before, did eat bread with him in his house, and they bemourned him, and comforted him over all the evil that the Most High had brought upon him. Every man also gave him a piece of money, every one an earring of gold. Every man gave him a piece of money, and every one an earring of gold. See? We wore earrings, men. They gave him an earring of gold. You see, they gave him a piece of money, so they had money then, and every one an earring of gold. So the Most High blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning. For he had 14,000 sheep, and 6,000 camels, and 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 she-asses. He had also 7 sons and 3 daughters. He gave him 7 sons and 3 daughters. And he called the name of the first Jemimah, and the name of the second Keziah, and the name of the third and in all the land were no women found so fair, so beautiful as the daughters of Job. And their father gave them inheritance among their brethren. And he gave them an inheritance among their brethren. After this lived Job 140 years, and saw his sons and his sons' sons, even 4 generations. Chance to see 4 generations of his children grow up. So Job died, being old and full of days. I've read it so I can come back and precept it in our next show, our next edification of the word of the Most High, giving him all praise and glory. And I hope that will edify to you. I hope you see through going through the book of Job, how the mistakes made and the mistakes that was made, how they were cleaned up in the eyes of the Most High by humility in the book of the contrite spirit. You see, we'll continue this so you can see that it's all throughout the Bible. It's a method that works. And that's what we want. We want to make sure that we're doing the things that will please the Most High before anyone else, any entity in this world. Because you put them before the Most High. That's your power. With that, I say shalom.